Hello there and welcome to all. Sorry about the delay, but got called upon something, but we are ready now. So let's jump into the farm. So last time, what did we do last time? Help another farmer while we waited for this to grow, and for these to grow potatoes remove top. Okay. Which of these is potatoes again? I unleashed it, didn't I? Yeah, potatoes. But is it capable of doing both? Removing tops? Yes, it is. Excellent. So we just harvest potatoes. Easy enough. It'll take forever, but that's what farming's about, really. Slow, methodical, and just enjoying the slow pace of things. While chatting about other stuff. And I think you can guess what topic's coming up, considering we are less than 10 days away from it. Well, 10 days away from... Yeah, 10 days away from it. It's time for E3. And Summer Game Fest. It will be a great showing this year, I reckon. Because you have a Summer Game Fest, which should provide plenty of announcements. And then you've also got the regulars like Microsoft, Nintendo, Square Enix. Even EA is still going to be showing up, despite the fact that their next Play Live isn't until July. So definitely a good showing there. There's plenty of rumours flying around as per the norm. And so... Yep, that's on the left. And so... Get a bit closer. Yeah, still closer. How close do you want it to be? I wasn't close enough anyway. Let's be honest with it. Zero rule of thumb, get as close as possible. It will definitely help. I'll have an article talking about my wishes going in the next few days for E3 and other events. Obviously a big hope of mine is finally seeing LEGO Skywalker Saga. We should hopefully be seeing that. We should hopefully get more news on it. And if we're extremely lucky, we'll be getting a release date in June or July. I don't think we're gonna be that lucky. But it's always nice to be hopeful. Nintendo, obviously, bouncers, per norm, but what would really make me love them this year is if we finally got Mario Kart 9. Give it to us. We definitely are in need of a proper Switch Mario Kart. 8 Deluxe is fine and good, but it's about time we got some new tracks. Instead of pounding along with the current ones we've had for too long. If I'm right, the Wii U version launched in 2014. Nearly 7 years of the same tracks. Seven years. And considering we normally get a new Mario Kart game every 3 years, yeah, it's definitely time for more. Ooh. Definitely time for new. Right, I'm gonna swap us back to ×5. Otherwise all these potatoes won't be harvested by the time they go rotten. I think rooted crops are still wither. Yeah, it's in terms of my streams, it's definitely going to be hit or miss as to whether I do, depending on what the temperature's been like outside. Today hasn't been too bad. It's barely hit 20, but it's still hot in this house. I've got my 2 hand fans in front of my TV. One on mid setting, one on low setting. Got my window open a crack, just to allow some clean air in. And I'm keeping an eye on the weather forecast to see what the temperature's going to be like every single day. I'm hoping for no rain, so that I can get out again onto a more adventurous route. Because was it Wednesday? Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was Wednesday. Yesterday, even. 5 to 6 mile walk, which was definitely a lot of fun. Tough, but fun. And I want to get out and do such again. Because doing so would definitely be fun. Right, 75. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that holds either 40 or... Yeah, it's 40. It costs 45, it holds 40. Oh. Lift it up a bit. And then we can get in closer. So they'll probably fall of that to begin with, but we've fallen of it now. And yeah, at least we did think of it eventually. Now, I don't know whether any person watching was here when I last streamed this, but it didn't go as well as I expected, because I wasn't on top form. Well, aside from the heat, I'm feeling a lot better. Ready for when it does get dark. Although I think we'll be swapping vehicle before it does get dark, so really necessary. Anyway, yeah, I wouldn't exactly say 100%, but I'm definitely a lot better than I was then, as Metopia stream could attest to. Okay, that's gone dark again. Darker. But yeah, Metopia's. I want to get more Metopia done. And with the summer months and the heat, I'm gonna have to be careful about not doing any heavy commitment stuff. But Metopia will be fine. As a summer long playthrough, I guess. Well, we'll definitely get more Metopia done. I haven't touched it since that stream purely because I wanted to stream it again. And if I can get the entire story done on stream, then I will do so. Instead, I've been keeping myself busy on the Switch with Assassin's Creed Black Flag, which I'm enjoying, along with YouTuber's Life, which is actually a decent business management game. Kind of on the same ballpark as Game Dev Tycoon. In that your success is determined by how good you can edit videos to required levels. I haven't really bothered much with the social aspects of it. Unless I absolutely have to. Darkness is definitely falling. And I think we might be halfway done. It's a possibility. It's a possibility. Can't wait for Farming Sim 22, because seasons, that's gonna be good. And I could activate a mod for 19 or even 17, but I want to experience that for the first time in 22. With Giant's vision behind it. As long as their vision isn't just copying what the mod does, but I don't believe it will. they're gonna have their own spin to put on seasons. I'm pretty certain. Then again, I've not really followed the modding scene all too much, so could very well be that science. Nah, that's being a bit too pessimistic. There's no way they'd steal a mod coding to implement it into their game as an official product. Giants don't feel as scummy as that. They're definitely not on the level of EA. Put it that way. In fact, they're not really on any level when it comes to that sort of thing. Giants are decent enough to let their mod community thrive. And for free as well. Not many companies would allow that. Okay. That is Felsbrunn. $39,200. Not exactly 40,000, but whatever. Where are we getting the best price? Port Northwest. Up and over there we go then. Carefully join the road. And then should be easy enough. So I don't think I'll need a map big anymore. Next one, no trains coming. That crossing could be active if it was. And then we follow this road and we're at Port Northwest. Or Northwest Port. Whichever two it was. Okay, so around island, and then offload station right there. Careful on it. Alright, while that's emptying, $16,000. Lovely. We won't be getting that again though. Prices are going to drop. That road, I think. Yeah. No, next one. Field number. We're turning a bit too early. Completely messing things up. Standard fare for me, really. And I'm back to it. Back to harvesting those potatoes. Okay, I don't want to overtake. But at the same time, we're kind of in our fields anyway, so realistically we're allowed to by hopping up on the grass here and speeding away. It's a bumpy ride, that's for sure. Alright, we're not level. Very good. Yeah, it's down. Yeah, a nice relaxing pace. Nothing too frenetic, nothing too action based. Just a simple existence. Which is one thing I had hoped for earlier on. Unfortunately, well, okay. So aware that I needed a new laptop, I went and ordered one. Pretty good laptop as well, especially for just under 1,000. But the audio deck on it was bust. So I'm having to wait for a replacement. For one, the faulty one got collected today, and I'm hoping that it arrives there today as well, back at eBuyer. So hopefully my replacement request can be processed and a new one gets to me for sometime next week, so that I can get to the early access version of Hako Life. Because that's a interesting game that I took a fancy to when it was shown off. One of the Future Game shows, can't remember which one. March, maybe? But yeah, it got out. It got shown off there, I put it on my wish list. But originally, I was just gonna wait for year and a half, however long it took to arrive on the Switch. That is no longer the case. Oh, I kinda destroyed a bit of crop. So yeah, Hako Life I will be playing sometime in the future on early access. Just like I did in 2020 with Temtem and Littlewood. I'll be able to give some initial experiences with that one. I'm sure I'll have that laptop back within a week. Well, the new laptop. I mean, hey, you never know. I'll be able to double dip on farming sale. I'll be able to take advantage of some of the Steam sales again for stuff I'm interested in. Even possible for me to no. Only if necessary for GTA 5. I don't need about a quarter of my SSD space taken up with just that one game. Especially since I'm so reluctant to keep the external hard drive always plugged in. And things might get a bit messy in terms of game recognition when I don't have it plugged in and then plug it in. I don't know how specifically it works, but the expanded and enhanced version should be built with SSDs in mind. Maybe. But I have a feeling the expanded enhanced edition will cut off a sizable maybe. Because if it is expanded and enhanced, yes, they could cut off a lot of the size through optimization, but then it could be re-added back on with whatever they add to it. But at the same time, I kinda miss some of the races I made in the PC version. It was fun to play those, and it would be fun to experience them again. Well, I couldn't show them off live unless I did something like bring that laptop up here as well. I'm definitely not going to be doing live videos, but there's definitely the chance 2 feats of them with what I'm going to do with Hocko Live, and that's post commentary. That game is going to be my first return to making videos since those Hitman 3 ones, and the Battlefront Twitch highlights. Hey, Cricket! Farmer Ruler. Yep, Farmer Ruler. Got a nice ring to it. I like it. How you been, anyway? Okay. 3, 2, 1. Turn off and over to the trailer. Careful. There. Hello GD in my door, I'm doing great. Thanks for coming along. How are you doing? Alright, map. No, I'm not. Okay, that's definitely halfway done. No, I've not really got a full-time job. Kinda wish I did, but no one would take me on. I ain't too sour about that though, just gonna keep trying and keep working to better myself and get recognised in what I do. I've got my own website, I write articles on there based on stuff I like. I've got a few books on the Kindle store that I've written that no one seems to have seen because I'm terrible at marketing. Oh yeah. I'll just be looking around for anything in particular that takes my fancy as a job. Yeah, I haven't even watched anyone else stream in the last week or so. Not even my usual. Yeah, I understand. I just haven't been on Discord to really see who's been on. As I said before, I'm not really active on Discord. Well, I'll take a look. I know there's a Yeah. I'll remember. Yeah. Any support is good support after all. Okay, and how is that trailer looking anyway? Are we almost full? This is where mirrors should come in handy. What mirrors? Hopefully 22 sorts out the terribleness of them. It's funny though. You have 15, which, yeah, okay, the mirrors were in low quality, but at least you had mirrors. And then you go to 17, which just does not bother with showing anything in mirrors at all. And then we go back to low quality mirrors in this game. Almost as if there's something secondary. Almost as if they expect people to mostly be playing in third person or something. But, okay, I can kind of understand, but at the same time, it's a simulator. People are going to be wanting a full first-person experience. And here you are with mirrors that... Well, I know it's dark, but... Look how little they actually show. May as well just go top-down view. You know. Make it look like old school GTA or something. Except you can't lock it to a north facing display. Like in Truck Driver. That's another one I'm gonna have to return to at some point. The map might have been small, but it was still fun. See, that mirror's not showing anything either. It just glitzes out. For some reason. That's why older farming sim games are so fun though. The massive amount of glitzers that were involved. If I ever get a chance to come across one of those old games. Then again, it was kind of a culture shock for me, going to 15. Because the amount of content that one seems to lose. Like, did you know in 15 that the jobs as we know them in the series, in the modern incarnation, weren't even a thing? I mean, yeah, okay, you still had your transporter jobs. But you also had mowing grass in some specific location, and then just dumping the load of your product that's been specially ordered. And those were really the only jobs you had. Just 3 types. No helping of the farmers. I don't even want to think what the job system likes in all the games. I doubt it even exists. Because forestry only became a thing in 15. And supposedly, from what I've seen around, all the games barely had much choice in vehicles either. Apparently, before 15, you only had 4 manufacturers in the game. And I'm guessing that the only animals that you had were cows and chickens. And you only had probably 2 types of crop or something. Going back to the old game, I mean it's the same with any series really. Going back to the old games and you see just how much improvement has happened. One reason why GTA 3D trilogy remakes, if they happen, are gonna be interesting. Whether the old mechanics will still be in place, or they use something akin to GTA 5 or 4. Who knows? We don't even know if they exist yet, after all. I'm saying they do, and that we will see them at the Kickoff Live Summer Game Fest event. After all, where else would you see them? Fute's Game Zone? Sony's event, whenever they decide to do something? Who knows? Who definitely knows for sure? Especially leakers saying that Nintendo Switch Pro is going to be announced today, and then it doesn't, and then they say it's going to be announced today, the next day, and then it doesn't. It's either going to happen or it doesn't, really. And I seriously hope that it does. Not that I'll be buying it straight away, of course. Okay. Line it up. In close. Can't get any closer than that. Oh, it's full. Right, where's the best price for still the Northwest Port? Onward we go then. Oh. Yeah. One thing I do hope for Farming Simulator 22 is that they at least widen the roads out a bit. Just a tad bit more, especially in enclosed areas. Because if Erlengracht is the style of map we're getting, I am not too confident they will be that good. Erlengracht tried to cram everything into half of a map size and suffered for it. So I hope they've learned from that, which I think they have, considering they said an improved version of that map is going to be included, along with 2 new maps. So we shall see. It's one of the reasons why I deleted my Erlengracht farm from this one, so I could go in properly fresh when the new one arrives. In fact, I wouldn't be too surprised if it changes are so vast that modders implement that version into 19. Unless science get there before them and update it themselves. Can't see why they would. Can't see what reason they would have to implement it themselves. Yeah, see, price is going down 16, almost 17,000 to just 50. And there's not much more left. So, you know, we'll be getting less, even less than that with this next haul. But it's going to be the last haul, so we can grow whatever we want. Soybean, more than likely. And then we probably should see about getting a silo. And the largest trailer that we can. just so that we can take advantage of high prices with a massive amount of product already accessible. Car, you don't have to be indicating, you do know that this is just one road. Ooh. Okay. Yeah, again, stop with the indicating. Otherwise well, it won't make much difference, but I'll still crash into you. You know, I ain't gonna be able to force you off the road by crashing into you. Well, I'll definitely do it. Actually, I don't have to sit behind you. I can pull onto the grass again. Bouncy, bouncy, bounce. Slot in. There we go, it's being filled. Alright, lights on again. Let's get this last part done. Turn on. Yeah, that's... I don't know, is it going to be about... No, it definitely can't be 40,000. Definitely not 40,000. Maybe half of that. Very likely about 20,000 litres. Okay. Maybe it's possible to do a third run on this. We'll see. We will see. Well, one thing's thought, once we've got the potatoes done, we can hand in the release of this thing. Because we'll never be growing potatoes again. More than likely, anyway. I mean, it's not that potatoes are worth anything. They definitely are, but you need to stockpile them for the grandest amount of time you can to get the most money out of them. But that's pretty much the same for all crop really. You want to stockpile what you can for the best money you can. But only if you feel it's worth it. With potatoes, it definitely is. With soybean, probably not so much. Is that grown yet, I wonder? Field 20? Doesn't look it still. No. Wait. It might have done? No. That field's gonna be a tough one. Definitely. Because we don't have a machine like this to get both done at the same. Well, actually, that's a point. Why don't we just get a taxables for a tractor rather than a machine? Or is the machine actually capable of such what we've got? I think I tried it last stream and failed. So I don't think there's an all-in-one for sugar beet the way there is potato. We'll have a look once we're finished with the potatoes then. Anyway, yeah, E3. Microsoft, I feel, will blow it out of the park with some interesting reveals. Forza Horizon 5 is a very likely possibility. And that'll be good. Because it means a release will be in October and I'll be able to stream the opening of it. Something I never got to do with Horizon 4. That streaming puts me in a bit of a different frame of mind because when it comes to new releases, because I'm thinking, is this something that I want to be featuring live? And is this something I could continue playing live? For some games, that answer is yes. Mario 3D All-Stars, I did Super Mario Sunshine. I was only ever going to do one stream on it, but then I thought, why not go the full way and feature it all? What else new? Hold on. Am I too far out? Yeah, I think I'm too far out. There we go. Anyway, yeah. So Super Mario Sunshine, I did the entirety of that playthrough with Watch Dogs Legion. I didn't really want to feature the story of it because I knew that I would not be playing it for the story. So whenever you've seen me on it, I've just been recruiting, exploring, and just generally larking about. Story of Seasons, Pioneers of Earthtown, I wanted to feature that once, and so I did. But I definitely don't think I'd turn to it again. No, there's every possibility I can. I just don't see myself at present doing so. And then obviously in the future, that's one reason why I want to double dip on Skywalker Saga. Because I know that I want to stream it from the start, but then I also want to be playing it preferably in handheld, snuggled up in bed, straight away. So that's one I'll definitely double dip on. As already said, Forza Horizon 5, if that would come, I definitely want to feature that, the start of that. Could possibly even be a multi-part stream, even if I don't do everything in the... Seems wrong to call it a story, but everything in the setup of it. Because of Horizon 3, you had the districts thing where you had to get a crew enough points or enough fame to be able to upgrade and go to upgrade your current district and go to new ones. But then with Horizon 4, you played a few events, progressed season to season, and then it opened itself out to took everything at you. So Horizon 5 is probably going to be similar. Especially since new motorsport seems to be going for more games as a service approach. I can't see Horizon 5 doing that, because your whole idea of releasing a new Horizon is going to a new place and introducing new ideas, which would be a bit more trouble when it comes to Horizon, I think. Especially since you can't really release an entire new map for free. And if you're releasing a new map complete with new everything as an expansion, you may as well just release it as a new game anyway. I'll definitely be getting a few other things as well, and some of those I want to feature. Alright, before we do, is that everything? No hints of red or orange? Well, the sugar beet's taking ridiculously long time to... Oh well. I'll just boost the time back up to times 30 again. Now, one thing I don't do in these games is plough the field very often. I probably should, since it accounts for an extra 10% of your crop gain or harvest. An extra 10% of your harvest, but 10% is nothing. And yeah, I could fertilise as well, but without animals you're spending to get that fertiliser, and that's cutting into your profits, so you may as well just not use any. So we are closer to 30,000 than 20. Not by much, but we are closer to 30. So it's possible we get 10,000 here. And yeah, I know I didn't look to see if any prices were higher, but I may as well just sell here since that's where we've been selling every other time. With the potatoes. Could be a high price elsewhere, I don't care. Okay. And overload. And only 9,000. 340. Alright. So if we really... Hold up, let's try and count. 400, then 0. I'm just looking for... No, it's too tiny, I'm scrolling. I'm pretty sure that says 400,000 from other silos. I assume that means a train station one. You know, here, Railroad Silo West. A train station mill, possibly. There's, I think, a few other silos around. Also, it kind of says something when that one is called Railroad Silo East, and it's still in the west. Still, I maintain that this is the best map of the three. How to... Yeah, we can't afford that. We need a silo anyway. Although, more than a silo, we need a cultivator. I don't think we've got one of those yet. And we definitely need one of those. Hey. And speaking of E3, I have talked a few ideas in the latest What I'm Waiting For post article on my website. It was quite interesting, the ideas that I did come up with, I think. Even if they have kind of been done before. I'll find the article out in a bit. Once we... we're here. Okay, so open new private window. And det där kollar media.ig. Okay. What I am waiting for? Yeah, that's gonna be a bit of a problem. Let's see what happens. Yeah, I'm gonna have to alter all those links. So, into gaming we go. While I'm waiting for volume 10, Control C, close, and link in the chat. So I'll talk over my wishes to see Forza Horizon 5 and Mario Kart 9, and then I give two fairly wistful ideas, you could say. For Nintendo, I talk about a My Sims Racing and Mother Nason Racers kind of crossover. So you've got the customizability of Mother Nason Racers, where you can pretty much create your own map, not just the races, but the entire map. And you can even have those races take place on the map. If you so wanted. Obviously the characters would be the Mii's, but you'd have great customizability over them, just like featured in Miitopia. Oh, and obviously carts, which again would see a lot of customizability. And it would pretty much just be mostly focused on user-generated content, with Nintendo also providing some things. After all, people like to create, so get on that. Let's see what people could create. Actually, yeah, we're going to need a tractor before we collect a cultivator. And then for Microsoft side, did you? I took the basic premise of the movement in Crackdown and applied that to an on-foot racer. It's all there in the article if you want to take a look. Actually, what stuff do we have? We've only got that one thing on lease. We don't have a seeder or a cultivator. I think we've got enough money to buy both. As long as we're not going too overboard. Yeah, I'm gonna be stopping in about half an hour, so we should be able to get the cultivating of the field done in that time. Alright, cultivators. No. We'll just go for this one. And then cedars. No, because that does both. You can't afford 104, so... I mean, that's perfectly fine for starting out with. Perfectly fine. So I'll take the cultivator over there first. And get to work. Yeah, I'm gonna have to end as soon as I'm done with cultivating, because it's starting to creep a bit in terms of heat. And I'd want a room to cool off a bit before trying to get to sleep. Excellent. No. We start here, pointed in this direction. We go 2 across, and then that sort of allows us enough turning space. Hopefully. There we go then. And then hopefully this thing's powerful enough to be able to go up the hill. I think we still need a bit more green, so... Finally, we can't reverse because it's just getting stuck whenever we do try. Probably because the incline's a bit too much for it. And then lower again. Now we've got enough turning room. So I'll do one more, and then we can do the up down on the longest route. Not again. Honestly, I think cultivators just do not like going backwards. even if you've gone lifted. So it'd be much more a problem though, you know? Definitely shouldn't be a problem at all. Right, make a turn, make a turn, make a turn. Drop off speed with tighter turn. There we go. There. I mean, there ain't much of an incline, but we still lose a bit of speed going up compared to going down. Tricky. Yeah, probably should put it back up to 30. Just so we can be in daylight. But who needs daylight, right? Who needs daylight? The heat isn't as that uncomfortable yet. I'm still technically fine. Although I can definitely feel it. Having a big ball does mean I can't just do what I do with Luke's aid ball and lick the lid. But at the same time I don't really want to hire a worker just for a few seconds. So yeah, it's a big massive 1.5 litre bottle. Pretty good for the summer months. Especially when compared to the 500ml Lucozade bottles that I'm normally using. I don't know, I could probably get close to a litre with those Lucozade bottles. And I'm definitely going to be on the lookout for one. Just so I have flip lid action again. But for now, that does the job just fine. Right. Yeah, we... Oh, the... Probably should get a power washer as well, so we can clean our vehicles. Because if you don't clean them, their handling does get a bit iffy. And I have no doubt that with Farming Simulator 22, that's going to be further improved upon. What with their talk of realistic handling and all that, making big strides that way, it'll be no surprise to me if they're making it so that you have to manage your vehicle cleanliness with an absent eternal off, so do not care. Just like they did with crop withering, just like they did with liming, fertilising. You can pretty much tailor your experience to how much you want to do, really. How much work you want to be putting in. Even crop destruction you could have on. I mean, I never do. But it's definitely something you can, should you wish to. I like the simple life though, not having to do too much but still enjoying the repetitive nature of farming. How much have we done? Still less than half, but getting there, I guess. Yeah. Let's see what tomorrow will bring. Is it going to be a nice hot day like it was on Wednesday? Or is it going to be more of today? Cloudy, probably gloomy, but still hot. With a nice breeze on occasion. And if I go out again with extreming sun, well, I forget to put sun cream on again. Hopefully not. And that's already burning enough. I don't need it burning any further. If I can get on Saturday, that is more than likely the day I'll continue Utopia then. I definitely want to continue it, as I said earlier. Continue it on stream. And it will give me something nice. Some nice game to focus a full playthrough on. Especially when things are erratic owing to the summer. Oh, hello. Achievement. Cultivate 1 hectare. See, you know why that achievement's popped up, don't you? Despite the 70 plus hours I've got on the game. Because it doesn't count when you use a multi-seeder, or one that can cultivate and sow your fields. And on all of my farms, that is the one I have always gone for. The multi-seeder. Never a regular seeder, never a regular cultivator, just that multi-seeder. Handover, I guess you could say, from the Days of Farming Simulator 17, where I discovered how easy that made things. Where I discovered how easy that made things, so I didn't have to go across fields twice. I could just do it all in one single run. And of course, if you get enough money, eventually you get longer cultivators, well, wider cultivators and wider seeders that can outclass that multi-seeder. In fact, since leasing was introduced, you could probably go for them straight away. And dare I say, if somehow linking different tools together becomes a thing, Very unlikely, because I don't think that happens in the real world, except in certain specific circumstances. Then, yeah, a 12-meter or over cultivator, 12-meter or over seeder. You'll get the job done twice as fast as does that multi-seeder alone. But yeah, you're not really meant to be going fast with your farming. No, you don't need to be going fast at all. Friday tomorrow, meaning yet another episode of Bad Bats. It's been good. I've been enjoying it. New Star Wars every week, what to complain about. Especially when the episodes have been as good as they have been. Don't know what tomorrow's episode could be about. I haven't seen the synopsis for it yet. I'll probably skip on looking it up to be surprised when I see the episode. I mean, there's only about 10 hours until I'll be watching it. Why bother spoiling any kind of surprise about it? I do have a feeling we might be building up to seeing Rex though. Like, we're almost halfway through, and stuff in the trailer is obviously from the first half of the season. We've seen most of the stuff that was in the trailer now, so all that's left is Rex's appearance. So it's entirely possible he's within the next 2 episodes. Or at least appears in one of the next 2 episodes. I have never been so excited for Star Wars stuff. Other than, the fact he's getting new films. But then, I suppose, being excited for that was actually good. That's because Disney have done good for Star Wars. Some might not agree, but think of all the content we've got. We've got multiple TV series, we've got multiple films, we'll soon be getting back on track in terms of games, what with EA's exclusive contract almost out. The books and comics have never been better. We've got a new era in High Republic, which I still need to be reading. I'll get round to it eventually. I'll definitely get round to it eventually. Can't just buy a book and then not read it after all. So I'll definitely be doing that sometime. Anyway, yeah, so that is all for today. So, hope you have enjoyed. this Bill of Farming Simulator. And until next time, bye for now.